the Neighborhood Association for inviting me here, and all the rest of the candidates who are here tonight. I want to say also it's nice to be back in the neighborhood. I used to walk by this church every day for 3 years on my way home from what was then St. Rose School down there, over to the Bidford Apartments. And I probably have longer roots in this neighborhood than anyone else in that case. That was 1951 to the day I made that last day there. I have a number of issues which are listed on my website, which is blogger.com, and I would invite you, to take a look at that. There are 3 main issues, but there's only one I would really like to talk about tonight, and that is the future of the Bull Run watershed. And I have a very particular concern with that. Back in 2002, the city received a report done by the Civil Engineering Department of the University of Washington on the effect of global warming on the Bull Run watershed. Few people know, for example, that 80% of the water which falls into the Bull Run catchment area does not go into the city of Portland's water system. And the reason for that is that we don't have enough storage. It's not a question that the water isn't there. The question is that we do not have sufficient storage. So I started out considering the possibility, and other people have studied this for a long time, of the third dam in the Bull Run watershed. And I talked to the people in the water district about that, the Water Bureau about that. And I learned to my distress, for some reason, the people in the Water Bureau have put this global warming plan aside, and it no longer guides the fundamental policy of our Water Bureau. In fact, the policy now seems to be guided by the Tualatin Valley Water District, which is bent upon bringing water into their system from the Willamette River or from Hague Lake. I think that is terribly short-sighted in view of global warming for us to neglect the effects of this on our Bull Run watershed and the future of our whole water supply. So I'd like to take questions on that issue if we could, please. Yes.
So you consider the water issue the most important
Not in the next few years. The reason the Water Bureau put it on the back burner is because their planning goes 30 years out. We know that global warming is accelerating, and that's not an adequate time frame. I think we really need to take a look at that in the longest possible time frame that we have. There's also the question of how well we coordinate with our major long-term customers like the Tualatin Valley Water District. Any more questions? Which am I going to finish? Yes.
Well, why don't they put a big reservoir in some of the outer cities, pipe it in there, replace water?
Well, they need a lot of storage.
Yeah.
There's 120 inches of rainfall a year in the Bull Run watershed.
Couldn't they like Hague Lake, make an area outside of Portland and drain the water from there to there and store it?
Hague Lake has rather poor quality of water. We have extraordinarily good quality of water in Bull Run. We just can't catch it. We can't hold it. Yes.
I know that we have to balance the needs between privatization of water supply and public good. What's your opinion on that very quickly?
Privatization of water. Well, I think water is the fundamental infrastructure. And I've lived in places before we had private water supplies, and I'm strongly against that. We just have about another 40 seconds left. Yes.
Yeah, you mentioned global warming, but 1998 is considered the warmest year in recent history. That means we've had 10 years without any global warming. The reality is global warming has leveled off in the last year. It's been declining.
No, I don't think that at all. We have got to distinguish between weather and climate. Weather is normally variable. Climate is a very long-term trend. I don't think there's any scientific doubt that global warming is a real fact.
Well, of course, we're coming out of the little ice age 400 years ago.
That's true. And we can go through all the detailed science on it if you want, but I think there are very few people who would not admit the reality of global warming. Okay, well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.